It has been so traumatizing, and it has been a daily struggle.
The past year has been harrowing for Dr. Averil Ivsins. The emergency physician claims she was sexually assaulted. Months later, the stress resulted in a heart attack.
I want the shame to change sides. I don't want women to be ashamed if this happens to them. And I want them to be able to come forward without fear of repercussions.
Her alleged attacker was another emergency room physician at Lionsgate Hospital, Dr. Jonathan McGrogan. In a notice of claim filed in BC Supreme Court, Ivsins says both attended a staff event at Dachi restaurant and the Brighton in November 2023. At the end of the night, she says she was obviously severely intoxicated and shared an Uber with Dr. McGrogan. The claim states that after arriving at her building between 1 a.m. and 2:15 a.m., Dr. Ivsins was sexually assaulted on at least 2 occasions by Dr. McGrogan. Dr. Ivsins did not consent to any sexual touching or activity. Dr. Ivsins did not have the capacity to consent. Dr. Ivsins says she woke up the next morning with no memory of what happened, but had bruises on multiple parts of her body and injuries to her pelvic region.
I didn't know what had happened, but these marks on my body, the pain.
Later, CCTV footage from her lobby and elevator revealed events that night. There is at least 1 hour of video preserved, but it may not be complete. Global News has viewed the footage.
I took like multiple showers that day. I felt violated without really understanding what had happened, but I felt very violated.
The RCMP investigated, and BC Prosecution Service elected not to lay charges. Global News sought comment from Dr. McGrogan, who claims their interactions were consensual. His lawyer forwarded their response to the claim, which states in part, Dr. McGrogan and the plaintiff engaged in a consensual physical encounter. Dr. McGrogan denies having any physical or sexual interaction with the plaintiff without her consent. Dr. McGrogan denies that the plaintiff has sustained the injuries and damages.
I made a formal complaint through VCH, and I felt through the process like I was on trial. Like I felt I had got interrogated. I was told I couldn't tell anyone.
Vancouver Coastal Health, which is also named in the lawsuit, told Global News it could not comment about the case, adding it has processes and procedures to ensure patient and staff safety.
Part of our job is to do sensitive examinations.
Dr. Ivsins says the assault has impacted her ability to work and her relationships. As she continues her recovery, the married mother of one says speaking out was important to her, as was revealing her identity.
I did not want to be anonymous because I want to show other women that it is not their fault.
Catherine Urquhart, Global News.